My kids and I are headed out of town to go looking for antiques and vintage treasures. Before we leave, my daughter and I are going to sit down and let you know what we're on the hunt for in today's video. We're headed to Armstrong, which is a couple towns over, and there are just clusters of antique stores and thrift stores. And it's so exciting to go there. Let me introduce to you my daughter, Tasha.
Hi.
Well, Tasha just moved into a new home, and she's currently decorating. So she has some very specific things that she's looking for on this trip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking for, well, some sort of mirror, like similar to this mirror, like a gold gilded mirror. I'm also looking for like a nice wooden chessboard, like a solid one, not one that folds. And then I'm also looking for, just any painting or like a nice frame that I could put something
for your gallery
in.
wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a gallery wall. So I've just been collecting bits and pieces until I have enough to do the wall.
And then for me, because there's nothing very specific that I'm looking for, I'm just going to keep my eyes open for that wow item that really catches my eye. And if the price is right and I really love it, then I will consider purchasing it. And other than that, I'm just really looking forward to seeing all the treasures on our trip. So we're going to finish our breakfast and then we're heading out. Four of my 5 kids are coming with us on this trip, so it's a bit of a family adventure, and we're headed to the first stop, which is a thrift store. Anything that screams farmhouse always catches my eye. Look at that detail.
The handles are so nice.
Yeah. I mean, do you think that's copper?
Maybe.
Made in India.
I don't know.
That's kind of interesting. 50 cents. You could use that for like a flower scoop or something. These vintage tins really caught my eye. I just didn't know where I would put them. Does the color look good on you?
Yeah, I think so. It matches your dress.
Okay. All right. Off to the next spot, which is an antique store. But first we had to stop at a bakery for my daughter because she was very hungry and couldn't wait. So we stopped there first and then headed to our next stop, which was a place called Allen's Antiques. Antiques.
Look at this coffee grinder.
Oh, wow. That is so
Hang on the wall.
Oh, wow. $10 for that.
He's already inside.
Ready to go in?
Tasha.
Thank you.
Out of my price range, but I love it.
Not as pretty. It's for Christmas present. What you looking for all the time?
Yeah. It's not really.
Like
it's
that
more
exact
vintage. Oh, look. Just like mine.
Yeah, a butter dish. That's so pretty though.
And look at that one.
Thank you. One time you found something and
These are really cool. Large butter dish. Small butter dish.
Fits on the wall. That's cool too.
This store was just packed full of treasures and so many interesting things.
Round gold mirror. That one's nice too.
Yeah, but it's just a frame.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
I'll get you to be really, really careful with your
I can find.
These door handles were just exquisite. I would love to have doors that had handles like that. We weren't quite sure what kind of glass this was, but our guess was that it probably had some type of lead or something dangerous in it. These dog bowls really caught my eye. They were really interesting, and I could totally see my dogs eating out of these. However, the price was $30 a piece, and that was a bit out of my price range for what I was looking for today. So I didn't want to spend the money on them, but I thought they were so unique.
You found something. Good choice on the butter dish.
And because I'm really into green right now.
It's so beautiful.
Stuff like that is like, sorry.
And it opens.
And it says Canada.
Doesn't
Yep.
have any left.
Oh, he doesn't, eh?
No, if he has some squirreled away, I don't.
I love this particular antique store, but it's hit or miss whether you're going to find something within price range because it is quite expensive. So we went down to our next stop, which is called Frugal Frocks. It's only a couple of doors down, and it's full of vintage and consignment clothing, jewelry, and all kinds of vintage treasures.
It's slightly different, but it's basically the exact same.
$18. Or is that the bracelet?
I can't tell. I would have to ask.
Yes.
But it's so beautiful. I
It
love
is
it.
beautiful.
Chain right here too.
One of my daughters bought a Pandora style bracelet in this shop, and she found some beads to go with it. And this was just a super fun store to check out all the vintage clothing and interesting items. Our next stop was a couple doors down at the Secondhand store. And the woman who owns this place, I happen to know. And so it's always nice to see her and say hello and catch up and see what kind of treasures she has in store for us. I couldn't help but be interested in this particular book. I'm so excited. It is so gorgeous. This deer painting was an absolute treasure, and Tasha and I both fell in love with it. Time to unload some treasures before hitting our next stop. This was our last antique store, and it's called the Royal Canadian Antiques Post. And this place is full of all kinds of treasures, including kitchenwares, which I love. I always wanted a basket like this, like a very antique picnic basket. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. The price on the basket was around $80. And this is where they have all of the vintage cookbooks that I love, but they're very high priced. So I usually don't go for them, but it's fun to see all of them.
And that. Okay, let me get this out of here.
So what would you put in there?
Well, I could either find a canvas and paint something.
Yeah.
Or I have some prints that I haven't put up yet that I could cut to fit. How much is this one? Yeah, I think I'll get this one.
Well, you gotta ask how much first.
This one has work on
Oh, I see. I also thought these were really cute. The boy and the girl.
it. Oh, yeah.
It's very Anna Green Gables.
Well, there's also, look at this one. $20. And it's like,
I love it.
this dog.
There were a lot of the exact style frames that my daughter was looking for.
This is perfect. Look at this. Oh, they're so cute. A little coffee grinders.
Oh my god. Those are adorable.
They're so cute.
How much?
Ooh, 30.
Is that real wool?
100% pure wool. So I'd have to wear like a shirt underneath
It is beautiful,
but it's beautiful. I've been looking for this
I
exactly.
feel like there's a stain on it.
You think so?
Yeah, because it's so dark in here, it's
It's
hard,
hard to tell. Let me take it close to the light.
You could ask for a discount though because of it. This blue and white bowl really caught my eye. I really liked it. These would be so nice on like a dressing table. And then the last thing that caught my eye was this pudding bowl. And I really love vintage and antique cookware, but it really does have to be in the condition to be able to use it because I don't have room in my home for things that I'm just going to be looking at. Next, we had lunch at a bakery and it was absolutely delicious. We're back from our thrift haul and it's the next day because we were really exhausted yesterday when we got back. It was such a overwhelming experience to go to all of these stores.
Yeah, I think we counted and it was like 7 stores. So that was a lot in one day.
Yeah, it took a big chunk of our day. So we were very tired when we got back. We had a really nice evening and now it's the next day and we have a really big haul for you guys. Mm-hmm. We really scored yesterday.
Yeah, big day. Yeah. Big day.
So Tasha found a lot of the things that she was looking for in decorating her home.
Yeah, definitely. I'm very excited. My gallery wall is going to be gorgeous.
Yes. And to get started, you might notice that I am wearing something that I showed while we were out antiquing. While we were at Allen's Antiques, I found this beautiful cameo necklace and it was $18. It was absolutely stunning and green is kind of my new favorite color. It was blue for a really long time and now green is my favorite color. And Tasha and I have very similar taste.
Green's been my favorite color for 5+ years.
Yeah.
Everything's green.
Yes. And she also found something in the Frugal Frocks store.
I've been stealing Mom's wool cardigan because I love it so much. And then I found this one at the store while we were out. And it's gorgeous.
And how much?
100% wool. It has pockets. And it was only $18.
Oh.
So that was a score.
Same price as my necklace,
Yeah.
pretty much. So that was a really exceptional find. And that was kind of what kicked off our luck for the day when we found all of our treasures. So one of the other things that I found was this Watkins Household Hints book from 1941. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you will know that I love housekeeping, homemaking, and anything to do with home management and all of that kind of stuff. So to find this household hints book was a treasure, and I only paid $10 for it because I found it at the Secondhand shop that we went to. So this was a really great find. And I have some other Watkins books, so this is going to add to my collection.
So I already have a running collection of ceramic goblets. So finding this was great. Also green matches the theme, but I already have another green one as well, and like a variety of other colors, including brown. So that was great to find. And then I also found these two that have little handles. And they have like a ship scene on them with like a little village, little fishing village is what it reminds me of. So that was really cute to find. I feel like they're perfect for like a hot whiskey or having an Irish coffee or something like that.
And how much did you pay for these?
This was $2, and then both of these were $3 each. So very affordable.
Yes. And Tasha was telling me that to find pottery like this in Victoria is very expensive where she lives.
Yeah, the prices are much higher. So that goblet probably would have cost me like $8, $8 to $10 in Victoria. So finding it for $2 is a score.
Yes. The next thing that I found was this really cute little cabin picture. And if you've watched some of my videos from Christmas, I turned my home into sort of a cozy cabin inspired retreat. And so to find a little cozy cabin on a little lakefront property, I really liked this. And I also really liked that it was vintage. And I paid $2 for this.
I also love that it's an actual like watermill. Like,
yeah. Oh,
so
I didn't
cute.
even notice that. Yeah. So that was also a really good find, and I was really excited when I found this.
We also found these two beautiful candlesticks that I'll be taking with me. So the one is a sunflower, which it's just beautiful. I love that it has the little handle, and it'll be a nice addition to my collection at home. And then this one is like, it's pretty heavy. I don't actually know what it's made of, but I think we'll be able to tell maybe a bit better when I clean it. But anyways, very sturdy, so that'll be nice.
And we happened to find both of those thrifting, not at the antique stores. So it was a much better price at $1 a piece, which had we found those at an antique store,
they would have been like 20.
Oh, at least, if not. Yeah. Some items at some of those antique stores were $70 to $100 for fancy objects like that. So good find.
Good find.
So we happened to find some really nice copper pieces while we were out thrifting. And I collect copper, but my daughter also has a very similar aesthetic and style to me. And so she really needed some copper pieces for her new home. And she has a hutch and antique furniture that she is decorating. So this is kind of perfect for her.
Yeah, this will be a nice collection. And I actually needed new measuring cups, so I am actually going to use these. Like, mine have been broken for quite a while, so.
And I have the exact same ones. They need a good cleaning. They all need a good cleaning, but I have the exact same set. So as soon as I saw these, I brought Tasha over immediately because I knew she probably would appreciate having the same set I have.
Yeah, and they'll look super beautiful on my kitchen hutch. So
yes,
that'll be lovely.
And how much did you pay for all of this?
I think this was all $6. So an absolute score.
Yeah.
And I know that these will look like nice and shiny once I actually clean them. Like, they look like they're in good condition. So
yeah, and we happen to have quite a bit of luck at the thrift stores because the antique stores were so absorbently priced. There was a lot of objects that we loved.
Oh yeah.
Like there were so many things that we wanted, But you know, one of those items would take the whole budget. So
Yeah.
we had to be really picky and choosy. And that was a really great find.
Yeah, definitely well priced.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next thing is this beautiful kind of like gold brass imprinted plate. I actually already have one of these and it has kind of like a tavern scene on it. So finding this one was good because it matches perfectly. Like it'll be a perfect matching set. And so this one has more of like a pilgrim tea house kind of scene on it. But yeah, so this will look very nice hanging on the wall with my other one.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Tasha and I are both really drawn to all of these metal objects because I think that it adds such an elegant and refined touch to your home that has that old world feel to it. And luckily, those objects seem to be aplenty at thrift stores if you really look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also have another one that's like, it's a copper plate actually, and it's like a scene of Hercules, like it's a Greek with a temple type vibe. So
yeah,
that one's really beautiful as well.
So it's a good way to add that old world charm to your home without it costing too much money if you're careful.
Yeah, definitely.
So while we were out shopping, we had seen several photos or several paintings and prints that we loved, but they were really pricey. And we happened to spot this at the thrift store.
Yes, very exciting. And it was only, at first we looked at the back and it says $20.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh, $20, like that's still a good deal. And then we saw that that wasn't actually the thrift store tag. The thrift store tag was for $5.
Which was incredible.
So this was definitely a score. If I had found this in Victoria, it easily could have been $60 to $80.
Yeah. And Tasha and I both loved this picture. However, I decided to let her have it.
Decided. We saw it at the same time. You just ran faster.
I had already found the perfect painting to put above my mantle. And so this one is going to Tasha because I found a cabin painting that's going to go above my mantle. Okay, so I actually found this a couple of days before we went on our trip. So I did not find this on our actual antiquing trip, but this was the perfect painting to go above my mantle. It's a winter scene of a cabin in the woods, which I just love. And I just loved the colors of it, the whole thing, the whole vibe. And this fits really well above my mantle. And I love that deer painting that Tasha got, but I was okay with her getting it because this one really suited my vibe so much with just that whole cabin in the woods feel. I paid $7.50 for this. It's not a real oil painting, it's a print. But I absolutely love it. And it has that kind of mid-century 50s to 70s kind of vibe, which goes with the house. So I feel like it really suits. The last thing that we're gonna share with you guys for our haul, which up to now, I feel like we did very well.
Yeah.
It was such an exciting trip. Going with all of my kids and Tasha's siblings, it was just nice for us to all get together and do this as a family. And I think that the trip would have been a little bit less exhausting had it just been Tasha and I. It was kind of our trip, like it was our big, we were the ones that really were out to find this stuff. But it was nice to share the trip with your siblings.
If a bit louder. But yeah, so the last thing was I was just looking for basically as many like nice either wooden or golden frames that I could find. So these are some of them. So I found a nice variety of like sizes. I don't have them here, but I also found a couple of like teeny tiny like mini frames that were gold, so that will go good. There's a couple different sizes for the ovals, and then this nice big rectangular one as well.
So she'll have to find pictures to put in all of these, but those gold ornamental frames that we saw at the antique store were quite expensive, and they didn't even have glass or backings or anything. So these were thrifted, and probably you paid about $1 or $2 a piece.
Yeah.
Very inexpensive. So you can find what you're looking for just at the thrift stores, and the only thing that we bought at the antique store, I think, was this locket. I don't think that we found anything else at the antique stores.
I found lots of stuff that I loved, like that if I had unlimited money I would buy, but nothing that's like less than $80. So didn't buy those. But yeah, and the other thing with these frames that's nice is I have already bought frames and painted them gold. With like, you can just go to the art store and it's like $7 for like a big pot of metallic paint, and they have so many different shades of gold or different metals. So I just buy the same one every time, and then all of my frames match. So I'll probably do that with some of these as well.
So I think it was pretty successful. I think the only thing that Tasha did not find that she was looking for was the chessboard.
Yeah, I couldn't find a nice chessboard, but I was talking to my partner, and maybe we'll make one, because that would be a fun woodworking project. So we might do that instead, which, I mean, obviously we'll still, then we can have it exactly how we want it.
That's
basically.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So updates to come on where I place everything, and I would love to one day show you guys Tasha's home because it's beautiful. She's done such a great job decorating. She shows me little updates here and there as we're FaceTiming each other. So this is our haul for today, and I really hope that you enjoyed coming along with us, shopping for antiques and vintage finds. I'll put this down in a playlist for thrift hauls, so check that out. And I'll see you guys in next week's video. And thanks for hanging out with us. We had so much fun. If you're new to my channel, I share videos every week on homemaking, food from scratch, and life on our farm.